It is Saturday. This might be our last soda Saturday in a while. I've been waiting until there was no more sodas to open that were new before I cracked into these two that were sitting over here. These two was from earlier or last year during San Diego Comic-Con. Haven't opened them up yet. And I also picked up one off of Mercari from New York Comic-Con about a year or so ago. And I got a letter from Fox Crown. Come back in a couple seconds. We'll crack into and look at these sodas and see what interesting thing might be in this envelope. All right, back in a second. Morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching. Yep, this is the last soda Saturday I know I got scheduled because I am out of sodas. I got my last two of them sitting right here to open up. And I got one I picked up off Mercari, and I have this letter here, which I think I know what's in it. The question is, what's in it? We'll leave that till the end. But before we crack into these sodas and show off my Mercari pickup and check out what's in the envelope, down below there is a subscribe button. If you're watching me for the first time or, well, anytime past the first time and have not subscribed, down below there's a subscription button. If you would, please click on that. Click on the bell notification for any other shorts and or videos I will drop. And give the video a like. Giving likes will help me get the video out there in the YouTube algorithm. And hopefully this will show up in more suggested content for other people that do collection of Funkos or anything of the sort. I would appreciate that. And we are almost at 750 subscribers. At 750, if you've been watching the last 2 weeks, luckily there's been some new sodas been released. Tails was released a couple weeks ago, and one of the prizes that might be, well, one of the prizes, and it's probably going to be at least another one as we get closer to 750. One of them is the Tails Chase Soda. This was one of two of them I have pulled. I bought two in the store, luckily perfect pull, and I had two sent to me. I had all four of them in one setting. I split it up. 2 and 2 perfect pulls. So this is the spare tail soda I have, and of course it is flocked. And this is going to be probably one of the two giveaways for 750 subscribers. So if you have not subscribed, there's a possibility of a free chase out of it. Just have to subscribe and leave a comment down below. Okay, as we get close to 750, I will narrow it down when that giveaway is going to happen. I think I'm about 70 away, but we're getting there to 750. All right, so last year's San Diego Comic-Con with all of the controversies on some of the pops. The sodas came out, and of course, too, there's another one of these I would really want to find. Of course, Proto the Dog was finally released. But what the first one I have here, and this is from an actual Fun Days event, this was Ranger Freddy Funko. And of course, too, it had the green and white sticker on it. Now, the ones that were shared or from the box of fun had a brown and, was it brown and yellow? Or brown and beige, or something like that. It was brownish looking. I'm trying to see if I can see one in front of me here. But it was brown. Yeah, it was brownish looking. It wasn't green. So the green one was actually from the con event, and this is out of 1700. Now, the only bad thing about these Freddy Funkos was no chases. If they made chases with these probably wouldn't have lasted that long. And, well, I got both these picked up off of Mercari at a very good price. But no chases on these, so I know exactly what they should be inside. So, have you picked, or did you pick any of these up? Now, I know a lot of Freddy Funko soda collectors. These are more limited number, but they are still pretty readily available. This is out of 1,700. So I was happy to grab this when it happened, when it came available. These have been sitting here for at least 2 or 3 months. I know it was probably about Thanksgiving when they came in. It actually looks like the Ranger from Yogi Bear, whatever his name was. If you remember what the Ranger from Yogi Bear was, leave a comment down below. What really should be cool is if that lantern would actually glow, but it don't. But that's still a cool one, and I can finally put it up after all this time sitting here not being open. But that was out 1,700. Now, that was still a low number. And matter of fact, the one I'm looking at right here, well, it had 1,700 commons too, and it was it's still quite considerable, the price of it. But we'll talk about that here in a moment. All right, but that was Freddy Funko as the Ranger. Now, there's a proto that goes with it, so proto, I'll probably be on the look for that one here really soon. All right, in my box of fun, I picked up the red version of Big Boy Freddy, but I wanted the counterpart. So this is actually, I think the blue one had some that were the blue Big Boy were in some of the other boxes with a different sticker. But this one I grabbed out of 4,500 with the actual Camp Fun Days one from the event. So this will go with my red Freddy. Of course, no chase with this one as well. I'm hopeful. I'm starting to see some movement on some new sodas, even though not really enthused with what I saw. But at least they're making some announcements on some things. I know there's a Jiminy Cricket that's coming. There's, was both of them Disney? I don't remember. And then there's one they announced that's going to be it's going to be at one of the Everett Aqua Sox games this year. But here is the blue version of Freddy as Bob's Big Boy. Now, I have the red one up there, so whenever I show these on the spinner at the end of the video, I will also put the red version down there too. So we have the matching versions of Freddy as Big Boy. Now, on this side of the country, the Big Boys were Frisch's, not Bob's. I don't know how that came about. But Frisch's, and I think there's one that's within, I don't know, not a short distance, but not too long of a distance away from here. Alright, so those were two I had for a while. These were from Camp Fun Days from last year. Alright, from some of my Mercari sales, I had a little bit of money sitting in an account. So I went out there and I started to look for certain ones, and all of a sudden this popped up. And it showed the Pog, the can, but the bag was still sealed. So that little bit of doubt in my mind, and this was a below PPG cost for this one. And this one's a really good one too, because this was, I think, the second Freddy Funko that was made in terms of soda. This was the one from New York Comic Con back in 2020. Yep, actual Comic Con 2020 exclusive New York Comic Con. But this was the one, him with the I Love New York shirt. And this actually was called Freddy Funko NYC. And this was out of 2000 now. There's a chase to this. And the chase to this right now is OMG. It is up there. But the common is still, well, common is still quite valuable. And considering I didn't have it and I saw this, I decided might as well do it. Now, the funny thing about this is the same piece count as the Freddy Ranger. This is not crazily cost right now. Matter of fact, on PPG, I don't think this is above $30. But there's a 300 piece chase of this that is crazy. But I opened the black bag to see what was in it just for the pure meanness of it, which I knew was going to be a common. The odds of it being the chase was like, but it wasn't open, so there's always that possibility. But yeah, we picked him up. So there is the Freddy Funko from 2020 New York Comic Con. And this was the second Freddy Funko soda that was made. Now, the first one was, well, maybe this was the third one. This is the third Freddy Funko that was made, because you had one that was made, and then wasn't Vampire Freddy second? Or was this second? Let me know down below. This might have been the third one. I think this was the second one in the sequence, and Vampire Freddy was third. But let me know down below. Alright, we'll put all three of these on the spinner at the end of the video, so stick around for that. Alright, now, I opened this up just to be nosy. And I saw it was something that was wrapped up, so I stopped right there, and I want to open it up on camera. I get a message via Instagram from Foxground saying, hey, I got a letter to send you. I went, sure. So he said, send me your address. I sent him my address, and this actually showed up a couple days ago. I've been sitting here waiting to actually look at what's inside of it. But when I open it up, there is a letter that is folded around what I believe is a baseball card. Now, last year, I was part of a, well, it never occurred because he had a couple of the Aqua Sox sodas that were sealed up, and he was doing duck races. Well, how many people signed up for him, and eventually what happened was he refunded whatever we put into it for the duck race. And this was actually, the refund happened on a day that me, my wife, and both daughters and their husbands went to one of the Reds games. And we were talking back and forth because Fox is a big New York Mets fan. And of course, too, this was right after, not too far after Ellie De La Cruz started, debuted. And it was, matter of fact, I think we went on it was the end of the 12-game winning streak that the Reds had last season. They were playing Atlanta, I believe. And Ellie was lights out. Now, of course, towards the end of the year, he somewhat fizzled out, but he's 21 years old. Heck of a ball player, and I'm hoping for good things this year because pitchers and catchers report next week. I'm ready. I'm ready for this year. A lot of people are looking past the Reds, and I think the Reds have a great young team, and they're going to be awesome. All right, so we had this, so I open it up, and I'm going to pull this out. And this was taped. It still is taped. I'm going to open it up now. All right, so I'm going to... Oh, okay, I'm going to... He sent me one of his stickers. And I'm going to sit this over here for a second. It says, well, it says, hi, Seth. Stay scummy. Enjoy this Ellie. Fox, 1738. So, Foxgram. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is probably the first baseball card that is of something new that I has crossed my path in quite some time. I used to be really big into sports cards collecting, especially back there when we had a bunch of the junk wax back in the late 80s, early 90s. And I quit a little bit into in the 2000s, early 2000s. I quit collecting. But I got a bunch of binders, and I got graded cards and some other things. But he sent me that one. Ellie De La Cruz. This was from the Bowman set. 2022. So this is actually an earlier one. It says, the term projectable, I get it right, was invented for players such as De La Cruz, whose broad shoulders, long limbs, and lean frame suggest the best is yet to come. The present, though, is plenty exciting. Brought stateside as a 19-year-old in 2021, Ellie registered a 974 OPS over 2 levels while legging out 9 triples. Baseball America rates him as the top athlete and fastest runner in the Cincinnati chain. So this is from the 2022 Bowman Chrome set. So yeah, Ellie De La Cruz, don't sleep on him. He might be an MVP one year, which I'm hoping he is. Thank you, Fox. Thank you very much for thinking of me and my Reds. And that means a lot. Anytime I get anything, it means a lot. So it's good people think about you in this community. So, all right. So let's wrap this up. Remember to like, subscribe, click the bell for notification. Thank you again. And we'll stick these on the spinner and have show them off. And remember, subscribers, 750 giveaway. We got a Fox. We have a Fox. We have Tails soda, and how fitting, Fox. Yeah, a Tails soda and possibly another thing as well. We'll see what happens for our 750 giveaway. So until next time. Now, next time it might not be Soda Saturday because I have no more sodas to show. But until we meet again,